Kamala Harris was never Biden's border czar. Here's what she really did. You're telling me Kamala Harris was never the border czar? And right after that, Axios. The Trump campaign and Republicans have tagged Harris repeatedly with the border czar title, which she never actually had. What in the world? All this time I thought she was the border czar. So of course we go back to Axios, who said Harris to visit Mexico and Guatemala to address root causes of border crossings by Shauna Chen. In the article, Why It Matters. The number of unaccompanied minors crossing the border has reached crisis levels. Harris, appointed by Biden as border czar, said she would be looking at the root causes that drive migration. Okay, so now I'm confused. On X, a community note was written. Shauna Chen confirmed Kamala Harris had been appointed Biden's border czar, writing, and they quote what I just read. Okay, so surely Axios has something to say about this, right? This article has been updated and clarified to note that Axios was among the news outlets that incorrectly labeled Harris a border czar back in 2021. Oh boy, Shauna Chen, you are gonna be in trouble today. That left me confused yet again. And I know that America's most trusted name in news, CNN, definitely never called Kamala Harris a border czar.
There has been so much criticism against Kamala Harris. You know, she was the border czar.
I think that the White House hasn't necessarily set her up well. So the border, if they weren't planning to address it in a major way, do not make her your border czar. She met with some of the Northern Triangle countries, but nothing has effectively changed with the border crisis.
This will be her first visit to the U.S.-Mexico border region since she was appointed as the border czar by President Biden.
I don't know. Maybe she was a border czar. What did Joe Biden say about this?
I've asked her, the VP today, because she's the most qualified person to do it, to lead our efforts with Mexico and the Northern Triangle in stemming the movement of so many folks stemming the migration to our southern border.
Now I see why I was confused. So I turned to the one man I know I can trust. Ron Filipkowski, my favorite Republican Party insane asylum escapee. Now I know that Ron won't steer me wrong. Look at that face. That is a face of trust. So here's what Ron had to say. Axios posted a false story in 2021 that Harris was appointed as the border czar. That didn't happen. They corrected it. She was tasked with studying the root causes of Latin migration. The media chose to call that a border czar because a lot of the time, they suck. Okay, but then I looked and here is the same Ron Filipkowski on MSNBC.
I think Joe Biden has gone there once. Kamala Harris, who was appointed as the border czar, hasn't gone there at all.
So which is it, Ron?